What's going on? Today I'm going to be showing you my favorite bronzers that are from the drugstore, and to be honest, I only have one high-end bronzer, which I do really like, but the ones that I'm going to show you today are pretty much the ones that I use on a daily basis. And I'm probably going to do like my favorite highlighters and blushes that are from the drugstore as well, so keep your eyes peeled for that. But I'm going to start off first with the NYC Sunny Bronzer. I'm pretty sure you guys know all about this bronzer. It's highly talked about on YouTube, but seriously, it's a really great bronzer. It's all matte. It does have a little bit of an orangey kind of color to it, so if you're pale like I am, I wouldn't suggest contouring with it, because if you pile it up on your skin, it's going to look really orange. But what I do, I just lightly put this all over my face to give me some color, so I'm not super duper pale. But of course, if you have dark skin, then you can go crazy with this. You're good to go. But love this, and I just wanted to mention the brushes that I use for contouring. When I use my NYC Sunny Bronzer, I will use my Eco Tools tapered brush, I think this is called, and I just dab it in there and I just bronze up my face, concentrating in the places that I contour, but not like super crazy where, you know, I'm going to start to look orange. So I just do that kind of like over here on my neck, and I'm good to go. So really love this bronzer. It's really inexpensive. It's like $2.79 the last time that I checked at Target. Sometimes at the drugstores they'll like put this at $4.99. Go to like Walmart or Target, it's going to be a lot cheaper. On to another NYC bronzer. This one is in Montauk Bronze, and it's Blondie, or Casey Holmes here on YouTube talks about it all the time, so she made me want to buy it. And this is just a really pretty bronzer. I really do like it. It does have a little bit of shimmer, but it doesn't transfer onto your face, which is nice because I don't like shimmer. And I use this the same way that I use the NYC Sunny Bronzer. I'll use my Eco Tools brush and just kind of bronze up my face. But I can also contour with this because it's not super orange, and when I do want to contour, I'll either use my Eco Tools contour brush, which is really like precise and small, but if I don't want it super duper precise, I will go in with this crown brush, which I don't recommend whatsoever. I think this is like their contour brush. When I first bought it, it was great. It was a little bit thinner than what it is now, and I loved it, and then when I washed it for the first time, it got to this size and it sheds like no other. Like, I can seriously pull hairs and it comes right out. So not a great quality brush, but it's the only one I have, so I use it. Anyway, back to the bronzer. This is a really good bronzer. It's very inexpensive as well. I think it's a little bit more than the Sunny Bronzer, but still great bronzer nonetheless, and I think you guys should check it out because it's really awesome. Now on to my all-time favorite bronzer. This is by e.l.f. and it's their Cool Bronzer. I really don't hear anybody on YouTube talking about this, which is kind of disappointing because this is a great bronzer, especially if you are pale like I am. And I just want to quickly say I'm very sorry if the lighting is weird, but the sun doesn't like cooperating with me, so I apologize. But back to the bronzer. It's a beautiful all matte bronzer. It does have cooler tones, and it also has this white shade right here, which I love. What I like to do is just go 1, 2, 3, and then lastly go in the white to kind of tone down the other colors a little bit, and then I just contour like this. Beautiful. It's not too orange. It's honestly the perfect shade, and this is really easy to blend out, so if you thought you put a little bit too much, it's very easy to just take like your kabuki brush and blend it out and you're good to go. So I love this so much. I honestly am really upset nobody talks about this, but great bronzer. You can find it online at eyeslipsface.com or whatever the e.l.f. website is. I'll link it down below, but check this out. I swear it's $3 and it's my favorite bronzer ever. I love it. On to the next bronzer that I have. This is by Revlon. It's Bronzed in Chic, and it looks like this. It has 4 different shades. I tend to use these 2 shades right here because they aren't so warm as the other 2. This is kind of pricey. It's about $10 to $12 depending on where you go. So if you're fair and you're only going to use these 2 shades, then I'm not sure if you think it's worth it. I personally do because it's very hard for me to find cooler toned bronzers, but it's up to you. Of course, if you have darker skin, you can just swirl around and contour with it. I personally wouldn't bronze my whole face with this because it is a little dark, but I do contour with it. I'll use either of my 2 little contour brushes, and I really like it a lot. It does get a little orangey on me, but it's nothing serious. I can blend it out, and you know, it kind of fades a little bit. This is all matte, which I really like. Like I said before, I'm not a huge fan of shimmer, but yeah, This is one of my favorites. I do use it a lot and I love it. And then on to the last bronzer that I have. It's e.l.f.'s Contouring Blush and Bronzing Powder, like duo. To be honest, this is probably one of my least favorite, if that makes sense. This is the one I don't reach for as often as my other ones, and that's just because this has a ton of shimmer in it. Sometimes when I just kind of want to use it, I will, you know, deal with the shimmer, but I really do like the color. It's not super orange. It has kind of, you know, a cooler-ish vibe to it, if that makes any sense. I don't know. But yeah, it's still a great bronzer. It's very pigmented. You only need a tiny bit. A tiny bit goes a long way, trust me. But this is only $3 and I really love the blush too, so if you guys don't have this, try it out. Bronzer does have shimmer, but it's a beautiful color, so I think you guys will like it. But yeah, that concludes all of my favorite bronzers from the drugstore. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys have some drugstore favorites, please let me know down below because I'm still looking for some really good bronzers, so please do that for me. That would be awesome. Other than that, thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I will see you next time. Peace.